The DFM concurrent costing software has a material library that allows the user to add their own materials, categories, or data, as well as utilize the default data that comes with it. If we want to add a material to the material library from within DFM concurrent costing, we select View, and then we select Material Library. Once the library is open, I can open and close the different categories that are available. I can right-click on a category, and I can choose to insert a new category or material. So within the aluminum alloys category, I'm just going to insert a new material. The software puts a blank line on there. I can now type in the name BDI Special Aluminum. Now on the right-hand side, you can see some data at the material level here, where I now have to select which one of the manufacturing processes this material is capable of making parts with. So now let's say we can use a cold chamber die casting. If I select cold chamber die casting, that appears as a line item underneath the material, where I can now select it and then specify the data for that set. Now I could specify all these values manually, but I can also copy and paste them from existing materials that are in the library. So if I know that the BDI Special Aluminum that I just created has die casting properties that are similar to the generic aluminum alloy, I can right-click on the cold chamber die casting data on the generic aluminum alloy, copy it, and paste it onto the new material that I created. Now I'll accept the warning that says I want to replace the data that's already associated with that by saying yes. And the software will overwrite all the zeros so that we see that the default values that were assigned to the generic aluminum alloy. Similarly, I can take the machining data from the generic aluminum alloy, copy that, and paste that onto the new material I created. And this will bring all of the cost data and the speed feed data from the generic aluminum alloy. So now maybe it sandcasts like 356 aluminum. So I can copy the sandcasting data from that and paste that into the new material. So now once I've done all that, the data has been stored in the library, either by copying and pasting and changing the data, or adding them appropriately to the lists that are created by the check marks that I place in this possible manufacturing processes for the current material. Once that's done, I can simply close the library. I could specify some envelope dimensions of a part that I wanted to make. So let's just go by 2 by 4 by 6 and add some thickness. And if I select a process of material, the material database will be loaded here. And underneath the aluminum alloys, you can see the BDI Special Aluminum that I just made. And you can see that sand casting, machining, and die casting options are available because those are the processes that I had selected. At this point, I could select the cold chamber die cast, say OK, and proceed just like I would with a normal DFM concurrent costing analysis.